Sunday afternoon baseball from Baltimore. Today, game 3 of this 4 games. Ozzy Ortiz, a right-hander. Coming to the plate now, Gustavo Gonzalez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder, Gustavo Gonzalez.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Fellas, these Twins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, you know they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 spot right now. He's hitting over 350 versus left-handed pitching this season, and that's what we're looking at today. If those numbers hold true, he could be in for a huge performance.
But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Batting third.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Shortstop, Corey.
Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the. So here's the cleanup hitter, number 28. And he comes into this one having hit safely in his last 5 games.
Number 28.
Split-fingered pitches in there for strike 1. And there's ball 1.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. And I'm going to focus today on Tim Anderson. And when I say his name, I think quick feet. Not only defensively at the shortstop position, but also putting the defense on their heels. When he gets on base, look for him to take off. And he's got a strong arm as well from shortstop.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Now to the plate, Henry Cortez is yet to get into the hit column in the series, 0 for 7. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. On the season, Cortez is a batting line residing in the 230s.
Matty, he struggled this season against left-handed pitching, but maybe a little shot of confidence with the manager putting him in the lineup today.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
He executed that one.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will. Digging in now, Dan Knight, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Third baseman, Dan.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat.
The left fielder.
Hit back up the middle.
Junior.
And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. First pitch on its way. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. Orioles still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Reined in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. leading off the inning, Gustavo Gonzalez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Gustavo.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball just misses. That's ball one. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Into the box, Pedro Aviles.
Now batting, second baseman, Pedro.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Davis has it in his tracks, and that's the second out of the inning. Here's Corey Seager. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Shortstop, Corey.
Inside with the first pitch splitter, and it's 1-0. No runs, no hits, one error thus far for Baltimore. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, number 28. Leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one. He's got it. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Got him. And that's a huge play to keep the leadoff man off base. Digging in, the switch hitter, Anthony Santander, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Anderson brings it in. On to first, and very quickly, 2 are gone in the home 5th. And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Henry Cortez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish.
Fouled off. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one in. Striding in once again, Dan Knight.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game. So coming to the plate, Dwight Smith Jr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike. Good pitch there, had him a little out in front.
You know, you don't face too many guys that have thrown a nasty splitter like he has today. He's had this lineup off balance all game with that pitch.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Dwight Smith Jr. becomes out number 2 this inning.
Teague.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called.
Hey, we have to commend him right here. 1 out away from grinding through 6 strong innings against one of the better lineups in the game.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now. Line towards center field. And the Orioles have their first hit of the game.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
He's set. Here it comes.
Now batting,
Splitter here, and it's taken for strike 1.
Gonzalez.
Called strike 0-2. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Make it. Into the box strikes now. Pedro Aviles. He flew out in his last at-bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Tough to do much with that one. A swing and a miss.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Sent on the ground out to second. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Here's Corey Seager. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. This is hit on the ground, but foul. The next 1-2 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better of chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
So he sets him down swinging. Corey Seager becomes the second out of the bottom of the 7th. Number 28 stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. And he takes a called strike 1.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense. Unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle, he's on point right now.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball. Anthony Santander, the next to bat. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Fouled away. A swing and a ground ball to third. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there with a double.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
Throw to first is in time for the first out. Stepping up to the plate, Dan Knight, right there for strike 1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
The next 0-2 misses. That's ball 1. Santander leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Dan Knight becomes out number 2 this inning. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. At the plate, Louis Teague starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The next 0-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. The 0-2 once more is in there. A called strike 3. So the lineup flips over, and digging in,
now
Gustavo
batting,
Gonzalez.
Gustavo
In there, 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 home. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
No balls and 1 strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. And the 2-1. And just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2-2. Baltimore down to their final strike. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Back up the middle. Anderson picks it up. And a high throw to first, but he's able to reach up and grab it, and this ball game is over.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the 1st. So close to baseball history.
12-0, the rather convincing shutout final score. The Minnesota Twins took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Isaac wins a league-high 16th decision as he allows only 2 hits over 9 full innings. Ozzy Ortiz was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in Flushing, Queens. Luis Severino is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. Dan Plesac. Now at the plate, Johnny Matson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder, Johnny Matson.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball just misses. That's ball one. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. In there, 1-2 now. Another 1-2 delivery. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Into the upper deck, but foul. Got him swinging on the split fingered pitch, and that's out number one. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, you know, the man hitting cleanup has had a rough go of it lately.
Second.
He just hasn't performed well at home. I mean, he's under 250 for the season at home, and if there's one place you want to sparkle, it's in front of your home crowd.
Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, the leadoff man wasn't able to do his job, but the number 2 hitter came through right there with the single, setting the table for the big boys.
Stepping up now, John Copen, and you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
The 0-2 once more. Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up. Throw in time at first for out number 2. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. And he's the right man for the job with runners in scoring position as he ranks 5th in the National League in RBIs entering play. Comes set, the 0-1. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Mets turn. Up next for Minnesota, Isaac. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone.
Isaac.
First offering on its way. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started?
And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. Next up for New York, Ronald Guzman. And he's been tearing the cover off the ball these past few days, as you see there. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Not much to say about that swing.
Ouch, that one hit him.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the faithful all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game. And you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The next 0-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at the Twins on defense. And, guys, can we lock in on the Gold Glover at third base? I've played this position. You got to do so many things. I mean, you have to have just the quickest hands, reacting on one-hop liners. You have to have the ability to take away the bunt, a la Adrian Beltre and Nolan Arenado. You better have a backhand. And not only that, you better have a strong throwing arm.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. That's a foul ball off to the left, and it moves to 1-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. Caballero is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Next for the Mets, Brian McLeod. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Brian McLeod.
Popped him up. Number 2 has got it, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young. So here's the Mets pitcher, Luis Severino.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Grounder down the line at third, and this is going to be a foul ball. The 1-1 home. Misses. Ball 2. And a split-fingered pitch catches the zone. 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Still even at 2-2. The 2-2. Liner towards second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
It's really important to be a second baseman and have some athletic ability. And how about this right here? He goes up high to snag this line drive that was definitely headed to the outfield for a base hit.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Count even at 2-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Stepping in, Jose Peraza, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Into the second deck and gone. A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Mets are on the scoreboard. It's now a 2-1 game.
This is the first home run of the game, but the bats are definitely alive for both teams tonight. There have been a ton of hits already. These pitchers might want to duck and cover if things continue this way.
In there, and it's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. 1-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving under it, Caballero. And that's the 3rd out. So here now's the pitcher. Isaac earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate.
Yeah, and for a pitcher, Matty, that was a successful 8.
Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. Gone! And good for him. Isaac has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one. Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
So digging in now, Torres. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Second baseman.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is.
Torres.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, tough to catch up when it's moving like that.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
And there to take it in is Guillen for route number 1.
Now batting.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Ronald Guzman. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
The hitter in this situation has to understand that this pitcher is on the attack, looking for a quick inning. If there's something in the heart of the plate, you better pull the trigger on it.
And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. Stepping into the box, Ricky Wiley. He got called out on strikes his last time through. In there, no balls and a strike. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Now batting, Ernie Corey comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Lifted down the line and left. Caballero will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1. Coming to the plate now, Brian McLeod. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now a splitter starts things off with a called strike 1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And he misses 2-1. Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Your attention,
so he
please.
racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Brian McLeod becomes out number 2 this inning. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Kendrick, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2019.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. digging in once again, Isaac.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll reach second now with one away. And this, of course, is a ballpark that yields a lot of doubles as we take a look at the team leaders for the most two-base hits this year. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Johnny Matson. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first two plate appearances so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just misses for ball one. Looking to drop one down, but he can't make contact. 1-2. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
2-2.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Now a drive out to the gap in right center. He's around first, heading for 2.
No running, cut hole.
And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
When you're struggling as a team to put the ball in play, every base hit is welcome, but a double will really help wake everyone up. That's just their third hit of the game, but it's a good one.
John Copen comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Peraza, the runner at second with one away. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one will track it down. Hit on the ground out to short. On to first, and there are 2 down. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Torres. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. 0-1 the count. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. 0-2, here it comes. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of sparks that.
And the throw is in time to get him to. Leading off the inning, Ronald Guzman, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Down the third baseline, but foul. Again, a 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
So he sets him down swinging. Ronald Guzman is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Man, this guy's on his game today. Not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Fly ball right down the line in left. Caballero on the move, and he makes the catch in the corner. At the plate, Ernie Corey, third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The wind up and the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one. Chet McCarthy is on to pitch out of the bullpen.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Minnesota Twins took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Isaac earns a league best 17th victory. Paul Allenberger closes the door for the save, his 32nd of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Twins, 4 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 13 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.